Namaskar. Welcome to StudyIQ. I am your friend Rahul Saigaonker. Generally, whenever we meet, whenever we have a discussion, what do? We take up a topic from current affairs, we analyze the topic in totality from exam perspective. Or we also meet regularly to have a discussion about NCERT science textbooks. Currently, in our NCERT science series, we are discussing science textbook from class 9, where we are doing a chapter by chapter analysis. But today, I am in front of you not to discuss about current affairs or NCERT for that matter. I am here today to have a general discussion about UPSC Civil Services Examination. I'll try to debunk certain myths connected to UPSC preparation. I'll try to answer some of the frequently asked questions by the aspirants. In fact, I'll enter the students' mood. I'll try to answer some of my own questions when I was beginning my preparation almost 9-10 years back. So what is the agenda today? The agenda is to crack the code of UPSC Civil Services Examination. Right? Let's begin. Whenever I meet aspirants, whenever I meet them, they have so many questions in their mind. There are some eternal questions, evergreen questions. And one of them is, sir, when do I begin my preparation? In fact, let me rephrase. Some of the people, they have asked, sir, what is the ideal time to start UPSC Civil Services preparation? Some people ask, sir, what is the ideal date also? There's only one answer to this question, and I say now. Start now. There is no better time than now. Because in general, humans have that procrastinating gene. Right? We always say, okay, let's think about this tomorrow. There is so much of inertia in humans to start something new that they do not begin at all. So when do you start your preparation? Start now. That's why Aristotle told, well begun is half done. Half of that journey, it begins with your starting itself. Enter this journey, right? So when to start? What is the ideal date? What is the ideal time? Today. Today is the time to start. But even before you start, even before you begin, there is one particular advice from my side to all the aspirants. Find out what drives you. Find out that motivating factor. Ask yourself a question. Why do I want to prepare for UPSC Civil Services Examination? Why do I want to become IAS? Why do I want to become IPS? Why do I want to enter into civil services? Because that motivation, that factor that drives you, it is going to help you a lot in this arduous journey. Right? So, for example, if you ask me, sir, why did you prepare? Why did you enter? I was inspired by one of the district magistrates in my district who served for almost 2.5 years, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Right? That is what was the motivating factor behind me. And I do this exercise in the classes, right? I ask many students, why are you here? Why do you want to prepare for UPSC Civil Service Examination? Because that motivation is going to help you in the long run. Yes. And I get varied answers. Right? Some interesting ones also, some funny ones also. Right? I remember some of the instances when one of the students, when I asked, why do you want to enter the preparation? One person says, sir, I want power. Right? Another person says, sir, I want money. Like, if you want money, get into corporate. Right? Then there's one more female. She said, sir, if I don't do this, my parents will get me married. Very funny answers. But one of the common answers that I get is, I want to serve the public. Right? We always crib that there are so many problems in our country. There is corruption, roads are not good, there's no power supply, etc., etc. So enter into the system. Change the system. Do something. So one of the common answers that I've received is, sir, I want to serve the public for general well-being, public good, etc. But one answer that has stuck with me is one of the females that answered. I asked, why are you here? She said very, very specifically, she said, I want to enter IPS. I want to become a police officer, right? And I want to end child trafficking in India. Very specific and very motivating, very interesting. So try to find out that why in you and begin today. So first question, when to start? Start now. Get the answer, begin today. Then as soon as you begin, there are so many other questions in your mind connected, especially with the examination. There is UPSC fear among the students. There are so many questions in their mind, especially there is a lot of euphoria which is connected with this examination. People say this is the toughest examination in the world. So many myths that have been created. One of the myths with respect to UPSC examination is that this exam is very tough. Then I ask a question, what exam is not tough? Hey, even before university examination, everybody fears whether I'll clear the examination or not. That means, see, I would say you need to persevere, you need to put in hard work, but more than hard work, I would say you need to put in smart work. So people say that for UPSC preparation, the UPSC aspirant does not have any life. They put in 16, 18 hours of preparation. I'd say all these things are myths. What you need is consistency, right? It's not overnight. It's not like a university exam where you read for 2 days and you get 35 marks. No, simply passing marks. You need to put in consistent effort, consistent hard work. That is needed, and that is needed everywhere. Talk about any examination, talk about something after 12th standard. You need your efforts for NEET, you need efforts for JEE, you need efforts for any exam, right? So very similarly, you need efforts for UPSC exam also. There is another myth, there is another fear among students, especially with respect to syllabus. They have some myth that people have created. UPSC syllabus is very wide, right? You need to read so many books, you need to read 100 books, 100 authors, etc. Nothing like that. In fact, I would say in this age of information and communications technology, there is a lot of garbage out there. That's why people feel there is too much of syllabus. Now let me tell you why people feel this, right? Why people feel there is too much of syllabus? Because the exam pattern is such that, I know that you already know the examination pattern, but do bear with me for some time, right? The exam pattern is 3-stage examination. You know, there is prelims exam, there is mains, and there is interview. And that is why there is a belief system that this exam is very tough. Now, when you talk about your exam steps, yes, there is prelims, right? Prelims has 2 papers. Prelims has 2 papers. There is general studies, and then there is CSAT. CSAT is qualifying these days, although I would say do not take even CSAT lightly, right? General studies is for 200 marks, CSAT is for 200 marks. CSAT you simply have to qualify, take 66-67% of marks. But GS is something which is filtering stage, right? So you need to put your effort for GS, and in GS you do have syllabus. You have to prepare from the perspective of MCQ, very, very important multiple choice question. So you have polity, you have economy, you have geography, etc. But again, you need to create a preparation box for yourself, because there is no need to get overloaded with information. That is why I told you, you need to put in consistent smart work for prelims. And then the second stage is mains examination. Now mains is subjective. Now in general, when we talk about mains, you have to write, right? You have to write the answers, subjective papers, and there are 9 papers in total. 9 papers. Out of these 9 papers, 2 papers are qualifying. Now, 2 papers are pretty easy. One of them would be English, again qualifying. These marks would not be considered for your rank, right? There is one more language paper, that is your own regional language. Whatever you have studied in your school, you can take it up. Both of these are qualifying in nature. But the main idea comes when we talk about the other papers. There is a paper of essay. For this, you need knowledge to write a decent essay, around 1,000-1,200 words. Then you need to focus on 4 general studies papers. General studies paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4, that is ethics and aptitude. Apart from this, you also have to select your optional, correct? You also have to select your optional. There are 2 papers of optional. So basically, these 7 papers, I would say 2 papers here, 6 plus 1, 7 papers, they make or break your rank, right? And these 7 papers, basically, they amount to 1750 marks. And if you take a little more than 50% of marks, I would say that is going to get you a decent enough rank. Yes, so I wouldn't say it's a myth exactly about syllabus, meaning you have to prepare specifically for your prelims, but there are a lot of commonalities between these two. You have to prepare for your mains. That means you have to go for your answer writing practice. And finally, when you reach your third stage, Third stage is about personality test. Now please remember, many people call it interview. I wouldn't call it interview, I would call it personality test. It's not a test of your knowledge, but it's a test of your personality, where UPSC is looking for officer like qualities in you. So you already have prepared for prelims, for mains. I would say personality test would be rather easy for you. So these three stages, that's why people feel that it's very tough to prepare. How do I prepare? So many books to read. There is no need to read so many books. Yes, there are standard sources. There are standard sources for preparation of polity, for preparation of geography. The most important thing that you need, rather than books, you need more analysis. You need better thought process. You need to think already like a bureaucrat, already like officer, so that you analyze the issues through this syllabus or through these subjects. What do? You try to understand our nation. You try to understand the problems. Some of the problems you already know. As I told you, we always script. There is a lot of corruption. There is a lot of problems, right? There are roads are not good. This is not there. Facilities are not there. So you will understand these things through their nuances and try to find out their solutions. That is what you have to do in your answer writing as well. So with respect to syllabus, what you need to do is you need to plan how you are going to cover this syllabus, because everything under the sun would be part and parcel of this. Especially say for science and technology, questions can come. Sometimes there are some googly questions which seem a little tough, but in general, if you create a framework for your own preparation, then you can cover that syllabus very easily. But again, you need consistent efforts for doing that. Preparation for prelims, preparation for mains, and PT would be relatively, I would say, you'll be ready for PT by the time you're done with this syllabus. There is one more issue with students, and that issue is, I would say, a classic UPSC fear of uncertainty. That's why they say fear cuts deeper than swords. The man who fears losing has already lost. People fear something called as uncertainty. People fear uncertainty a lot. They say that when you start preparation for UPSC civil services, there is a lot of uncertainty. There's no guarantee. And why does this happen? Again, why does this happen? It happens because generally there are about, if you say 1,000 seats every year on an average. How many people attempt? How many people apply for the examination? Approximately 10 lakh people apply for the examination. They apply, right? How many people eventually appear for the examination? How many people attempt? Around half of them. I am just giving you certain vague numbers, right? So 10 lakh applications, 5 lakh appear for that, and for these 1,000 seats, this is for prelims. And once you clear your prelims, so depending on the number of seats, if there are 1,000 seats, approximately UPSC calls for the mains examination 12 to 15 times, right? Almost, I would say, 12 to 15,000 people, 12,000 to 15,000 people, they write mains. And after your mains, again, you will be called for personality test, almost 1:2.5. That means if there are 1,000 seats, approximately 2,500 people would be called for your personality test or interview, and then you'll be filtered out. Finally, 1,000 seats or 1,000 ranks. That's the criteria and general criteria. That's why there is a lot of uncertainty. They say 10 lakh people appear and there are only 1,000 seats. So the success ratio or the success rate would be very low, 0.0001%. Okay, agreed. But I would say there is a lot of uncertainty for any kind of competitive examination in India. Recently, I was reading about SBI PO, right? For the SBI exam, there were approximately, I think, 3,000 seats, and not SBI PO, it was, I think, some clerical post, SBI clerical post, around 3,000 seats or something, and there were more than 25 lakh applications. So this is there everywhere. And please remember that this uncertainty, it applies for everybody. What you need to understand is you need to prepare for all these stages in a sound manner. Try to prepare for prelims for mains and for interview in a more holistic and integrated way, then success would be guaranteed. Whatever you're dreaming for, IAS, IPS, civil services, success would be there. So what you need to do is you need to take it up as an integrated exam. Do not think that first I'll clear prelims, then I'll think about mains. Then if I clear prelims, then I'll prepare for mains. Next year I'll prepare for mains, and then I'll look for interview. Well, then that becomes a 5-year program. No thinking like that. That is why. How do you approach this? Now, if you still think that this exam is tough, there is a lot of uncertainty, etc., it happens with everything. I gave you so many examples. The only thing is that how driven are you? How motivated are you? Do you want to become a civil servant? Why do you want to become a civil servant? Find the answer, start your preparation today. And through this journey where you feel, okay, I don't know how to cover this syllabus, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to prepare, I don't know how to choose my optional. For all these things, we are with you. StudyIQ is with you. StudyIQ's prelims to interview initiative has begun from June 19th, and I would say this is the ideal time to start preparation, right? Although I said now, and now is the best time. Why? Because already the 2023 cycle, 2022 cycle is over, 2023 prelims has gotten over. So start your preparation for 2024. UPSC Civil Services 2024, whose prelims is going to take place next year, June. So you will have approximately, say, 10 to 11 months for your preparation for prelims, then your mains preparation, and then you'll be set to go. And we will be with you throughout this journey, throughout this uncertainty, throughout this tough phase. StudyIQ will be with you. StudyIQ mentors, StudyIQ faculty, me, all the faculties would be with you for your preparation. Now, this is the journey that we have charted out for you, because when you join hands with StudyIQ, you begin your preparation now. Starting June, from June 2023 till January 2024, we will be building your foundation for both prelims as well as mains. Once we hit January 2024, our complete focus would be on helping you clearing the first stage, that is preliminary examination. And mind you, we will be preparing for mains also before that. Your prelims examination is going to happen somewhere May, June. The date would be there. If you just look at the UPSC calendar, you'll know. Then you finish off your preliminary examination. From June to September, your focus would be completely on mains. Give your mains examination, give the best shot. Then after your mains examination, you would be called for interview guidance program as well. That means StudyIQ will be there throughout this journey from this June. That means now till your journey of UPSC Civil Service examination. You don't need to shift anywhere. You're at your home, you are in a remote place, you're in a village, wherever you are. If you have internet connectivity, we have live classes with you. More than 1,000 hours of live classes would be delivered right to you. We also have one-to-one mentorship, right? There would be a mentor who would be dedicatedly with you, right? For anything, for any your academic doubts, for your non-academic doubts. If you're not able to connect live classes, the mentor is there. If you have any academic doubts, the mentor is there. If you have doubts with polity, geography, anything, the mentor would help you. If you have non-academic doubts, saying that how do I strategize, how do I prepare, how do I select my optional selection is also very important. The mentor is going to help you. What optional? StudyIQ offers a lot of optionals. You can choose from the optional plan as well. The P2I batch, it focuses on general studies. We have created a schedule for you, and we are going to follow this schedule very religiously, very strictly. The classes are going to start. Already orientation session is done, but please remember, you can still join this P2I program because the admissions are closing on 30th June. So you have a few days to decide. So this is the schedule that we are going to follow. Entire syllabus would be covered. Complete syllabus that is mentioned in the notification of UPSC Civil Service Examination, that would be covered for you in a very planned manner. Apart from this, we also have Gyanvani sessions. Retired bureaucrats, serving bureaucrats would be meeting with you. You can have a discussion with them. You can keep yourself motivated. We also have quick revision notes, because in online module, many students, they say, sir, how do I prepare my notes? You will get ready-made notes. handwritten notes from the classes immediately after the class itself. So what you are supposed to do, simply attend the class, build your base, build your foundation, prepare well for prelims and mains. You will also get StudyIQ books for your preparation, right? There was one myth, right? I have to read so many books. StudyIQ is going to provide curated content that has been made by us directly to you. You can prepare from this a complete preparation for polity, complete preparation for geography, complete preparation for economics, complete preparation for all the different subjects. Apart from this, there will be weekly revision tests. There will be daily answer writing practice. In fact, do one thing, just go to our website and even if you contact any number or on email also, do meet some of our students or read their testimonials who are already attending these classes. You will see a stark difference in their approach, so much of improvement in their answers, right? Nobody writes a good answer on day one, but slowly and steadily you can see the refinement in these students' answers, in daily answers also, in weekly answers also. They are improving day by day. That is what we mean by consistent effort. And we have everything planned properly for you. I told you there are 3 stages, and we'll be preparing for all the 3 together. StudyIQ will be with you throughout your journey. The first stage, prelims. In our program, in our comprehensive package, we have Success in Prelims program. It's a crash course for prelims, 75 days just before the prelims. You will get specific prelims based preparation, more than 3000 MCQs, all the PDFs delivered to you, you can prepare. Apart from that, you will also get test series. Test series is already included in this, 12 full-length tests and other tests. And please remember, focus on CSAT is very, very important. Gone are those days when you think that CSAT is something very easy, I'll just clear it, I'll scrape through it. No, those days are behind us. Even engineers are finding CSAT examination tough. So we will be focusing on CSAT. CSAT workshop would be conducted so that foolproof preparation is done, not just for GS but even for CSAT as well. That's the plan for prelims. And once you clear your prelims, for mains, there is already a mains test series included. There is Success in Mains program that is included. Special classes would be conducted for your essay, and special classes would be conducted by retired bureaucrats and serving bureaucrats for essays, for ethics. We have already Sir Anil Swarup sir here, who would give you Gyanvani sessions so that you get and understand different perspectives connected to ethics as well. Apart from that, if you clear your prelims 2024, then you would be called for our mains residential program. It will be like a Gurukul setup. Again, it will not be easy because we will be continuously monitoring you. You would come to the StudyIQ center, and all the expenses of that, the lodging, the academic classes, the test series, everything would be taken care of by StudyIQ. The only job you will be doing is putting in your effort in refining your answers. And for that, mentors will be there, faculties will be there with you consistently so that you give your best shot at mains 2024. And after mains, we also have plans for your interview. 2 mock interviews are already planned. That is the minimum. Students have a question, sir, I finished my prelims, I am clearing my prelims, I have to fill my DAF, detailed application form. Many a time students think, sir, what is the detailed application form? There are so many things. StudyIQ will be helping you in filling your detailed application form as well. That means we will be with you throughout your journey, be it prelims, be it mains, for interview as well. And for interview, there are continuous Manthan sessions to improve your personality, where I told you Gyanvani session, Manthan session continuously with our team so that you evolve your personality in these 10 to 12 months, right? So we will be preparing completely in a holistic way. Now, whatever doubts you started with, when do I begin? You begin now. Just find your motivation. Just get your answer. Why do you want to prepare? Then join StudyIQ program. Join StudyIQ prelims to interview program. Do not think about syllabus. Do not think about strategy. Do not think about approach. Do not think specifically about prelims or mains, because we will be taking care of everything here, right? Again, this is priced at a very affordable range. Very affordable range. I told you the classes have already started. If you want discount, do use my code Rahul Live. In fact, forget about this code. If you see, you have been following StudyIQ English, whoever you like, forget about Rahul Live, not just me. If you're following Bhuvan sir, use Bhuvan sir's code. If you're following say Abhishek sir, use Abhishek's code. If you're following Pooja ma'am, use their code. Whatever code you use, I do not bother about this code. Just focus on joining the class. I'll see you in the class. I want that, right? And just contact this number, contact@studyiq.com for any of your doubts. If you have any queries, if you want any personal, if you have any questions, you can personally message me on this particular ID @RahulSai222. Do DM me on IG. You'll get all the doubts clarified. You still have the opportunity. I told you the classes have started on 19th of June. Just the orientation session is over. The batches are starting with geography, right? The English batch is starting with geography. So join now. There is also a Hindi batch starting. There is also a bilingual batch, that is English in Hindi and English both. It is also starting. It's starting on the same date itself. So just the orientation class is over. Initial classes are there. You'll get the recorded session for that. So join before 30th. You have time for another 8 to 9 days. 30th June is the last date. We already have limited number of seats. There has been overwhelming response for that. So do join as soon as possible. I'll see you in the class. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.